Hello flight simmers, a very good morning from Abu Dhabi International Airport. We are sitting here in the 777 and it is very early morning, 2 o'clock AM local time at the moment, and today we're doing some cargo ops. We are taking this beautiful bird down to Johannesburg on a roughly 7.5 hour trip. And yeah, very typical cargo ops here, starting in the middle of the night. Ooh, there's a nice departure going on. Not sure what's happening here with the scenery. I get this weird black triangle. Wherever that's coming from, no idea. But yeah, here we are. I fancied flying the 777 freighter once again. I think it's been a while since we last took this bird for a spin. And here we are. Unfortunately, the dynamic lighting here at this airport is rather unsatisfying. That's why it appears to be very dark. This side is actually a little bit better. But yeah, so departing at 2 o'clock in the morning, and thus we will have a daytime arrival in Johannesburg later on. Hopefully nice sunrise during the cruise, and yeah, flying offline. We have some AI traffic around, and I would say let's have GSX complete the loading, and then we should be ready to go within minutes. Right, so also on the flight deck, unfortunately, it looks a little bit off. But anyhow, I think we can handle for today. So, I've done the D-Link. Quickly showing you the weights. So, we have a zero fuel weight of 233 tons. 85.4 tons, sorry, 85.4% of load level. We have, yeah, roughly 90 tons of cargo in here, which I think is a pretty decent number. For the fuel, pretty much 50% fuel level, 72.6 tons, and that will get us down there to Johannesburg. Then we can move ahead and pull in the route, which is stored here. And yeah, so fairly heavy for the takeoff. 305 tons takeoff weight, roughly, out of a maximum 345 tons. No, it's actually 348 tons almost is the max takeoff weight. So yeah, actually 40 tons below max takeoff weight, but still more than 300 tons we are lifting up into the night sky here in Abu Dhabi. And yeah, I haven't checked the wind. Let's do that straight away. 110 at 8. Okay, temperature 22, 1014. Clear skies. Okay, I think it's runway 13 in that case. Let's see, the route is in here. Departure 13 right in this case. Everything else would be a huge taxi. And so this will be our departure route, the Canep 3 Golf. Out of 13 right, initial heading 126, Etihad 4000 above, Alpha 839er, maximum 230, 5000 above, Etran 7000 below, max 230, okay, that's quite interesting. And then Canep 11,000 above, initial climb clearance 5000, but we are flying offline, so that's not too relevant. First of all, 126, and let's play it real. Let's put 5000 in here and see if this looks okay to us. So Etihad 4000 above, 5000 above 230, 7000 below 230, 11,000 above. Okay, it's all correctly in here. Let's see, once we have entered the weights and everything, if we will actually meet those altitudes. We can also load in the wind data. Oh no, sorry, that's not gonna work. First of all, we need to do the performance. Flight level initially is actually 320, that's fine. Simbreeze is giving me cost index 160 today. Very fast. Reserves will be 8.1 like that, and now we should be able to get the wind data. There it is. 11.4 on arrival, that's plenty already now, and yeah, now back to the legs. And I think only way of checking that is actually delete. Let's delete 4000 above, and now we will see where the aircraft is going to be 7000. Okay, that's quite easy. In fact, at Itrin, when there's no other traffic around, I think we can climb above 7000. Otherwise, we would need to hold there for a while at that altitude. Okay, so doing some calculations then. Performance, conditions are dry. Wind 110 at 8, 22 degrees, 1014, thrust rating. Let's try a bit of derate, let's see where it takes us. Optimum aircon packs. Yeah, it's cargo. Actually, we can turn packs off. We don't need air conditioning. And this will be auto. Weight and balance. Read from aircraft. Now I guess it wants us to enter some trip fuel in pounds. Why is that pounds? I don't like pounds. Save, back to performance. Okay, trip fuel 60.9. Like that. Okay, 305.6. Right, let's see what we got here. So that's a flap 5, select temperature 41, 89.9. On a, yeah, let's take off 2, just out of curiosity. It's 90.8, 94.5, okay. Well, let's do takeoff 2 then. It's the highest D rate. We want to have a nice long takeoff roll here today. Okay, so that's D rate 2, select the temperature 41. Takeoff wind 110 at 8. Acceleration. I don't think there's anything specified on the charts, so I guess we can leave it at the standard 1500, outside temperature 22, oh sorry, 22 like this. Flap 5, center of gravity 26, and speeds 169, 72, 73. Very high speeds indeed. Let's see how long this takeoff run's gonna be. I think that's gonna be quite long. So 173, flight directors, LNAV, VNAV, and that was just the boarding completed call. Absolute spot on timing. So let's fire up the APU, and then we should be ready pretty soon. Okay, while we're waiting for the APU, we can go ahead and close all the doors. This will go to 1000 and TA only. Okay, arm all the doors. We have, oh, how can we tell if we have APU power? Okay, APU is running, so we can disconnect this one as well. Yeah, now the APU is powering full aircraft. Parking brake on, and then we can go to ground connections and remove everything. And yeah, we need to do some checklists, of course. Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen is tested. Flight instruments 216, 216, 1014. That one needs to reset. 1014 and 3 times. Okay. So configuring the overhead panel. First of all, packs are coming on. We have a fuel center as well. Hydraulics, first the right one, and the beacons, seat belts. Okay, center electric and the other demand pumps. Overhead is looking good. Prepare for pushback, please. And MCP V2 173 heading 126, initial altitude 5000. Takeoff speeds 69, 73, 69, 72, 73. Seat preferred is completed. Trim should be 0 units. Texting takeoff briefing. Yeah, we can talk about the text in a second. Okay. Yeah, maybe a quick look at the airport chart. So we are all the way down here at apron number 2. That's the cargo apron. So we will taxi out via Echo 13 and then all the way down on Echo. That would be a bit of a taxi here, all the way down to Echo 2 or Echo 3 potentially. Echo 2 or Echo 3 onto the runway. And that's a huge runway, 4.1 kilometers. Very, very long indeed. Okay, I would say we are ready to go. Okay, off we go. So we can fire up the engines, and I've learned and finally memorized now that we can fire up the Rolls-Royce and Pratt & Whitney both at the same time. The GEs, however, require more bleed air, and therefore we need to fire up one after the other, and that's what we will do today. So yeah, just quickly thinking, we are in the 777. Let's fire up number 2. Just like that. This can come off. Why it's not so dark? A bit more dome light maybe. Okay, interesting. Okay, it's number 2 is started. Let's start engine number 1. Parking brake, and now we all even get the weird triangle here in the cockpit. I've never seen that before. Super, super odd. I have no idea where that's coming from. Anyhow, in the meantime, let's get a bit of floodlighting in here to have it nice and cozy for the departure. Also over here, and overhead and clear shield. Yeah, unfortunately it's really not the greatest airport textures I've seen. But anyhow, we will be out here in just a bit. We have 2 good engine starts, so APU is coming off. Overhead will stay as it is. We will need to memorize those pegs later on. I always tend to forget it. We need a trim of 6.25. Where is it? There it is. Stabilizer trim 6.25, flaps 5, RTO, flight control check, full left, full right, full up, full down, rudder, full right, and full left. Okay, did I forget anything? I hope not. Checklist, anti-ice not required, recall is checked, flight controls are checked, ground equipment is clear, and then the before takeoff checklist should also be green, so that's completed. Alright, let's get ready to roll. Taxi, turn off, and then we will kill the dome light. See if we light the cockpit light, maybe a bit more would be nice. Like that, and then we are good to go. Alright folks, we're coming up here to Echo 2, that's our entry to the runway, and yeah, nice AI traffic action here. We just saw an A380 departing. It was cool to see, but now I think it should be our turn. Approach looks free. We will need to take a look down the runway once we line up. There were some aircrafts crossing the runway before, so we need to make sure those are not messing with our departure plans. But other than that, the checklist is completed. We can now put on the strobes. And ooh, that's a big lag spike turning this lighting up. Yeah, there's a Dreamliner crossing, but other than that, I think it's not too busy just now. Kind of missing the taxi line here. So I think once the Dreamliner is clear, we are also ready for departure. And so let's do it. Let's keep it rolling. I'm quite curious to see how this D-rate turns out now. But I think we can... yeah, let's do it. Let's go. On to a long haul to Johannesburg. Takeoff. Nice. Oh, the pegs. Ah, always I forget them. Always. I think they should really put it on the checklists. Okay, above 80 knots. 89.7% and 1. I think that's what we've planned for as well. Yeah, that's actually still a pretty decent acceleration here. Rotate. And we are airborne. That was a nice and very soft rotation. Gears coming up. pegs off. I know that's kind of intentional. Okay, passing 1200, and this will be climb power in a second. It's just straight out. Unfortunately, the departure is not very exciting. So let's go autopilot, climb power, then we can put the pegs on again. And let's assume we are cleared to cruise altitude 320, and that's flips 1. Yeah, and 230 knots, so we will actually stay at flap 1 for a while. Yeah, but I think let's go direct Carnip once we are sure there's no traffic around, but it does look like there's nothing on the radar out that way. Okay, so let's go legs, Carnip. And we can speed up as well. Slight left-hand turn. Speed 250 knots. Flaps up. Okay, and after takeoff checklist, all green, checklist completed, and I would say we are en route to Johannesburg. So yeah, let's enjoy a bit of views of this departure, and I will meet you for hopefully a nice arrival later on. Enjoy! So, welcome back everyone. We are approaching Johannesburg. Airport is somewhere towards that direction, most likely below that cloud cover over there. We are passing to 16,000 feet, but we do have to remember that the airport elevation is at, what is it, 5,500 feet. So in fact now we're just 10,000 feet above ground level. So that's why we are tuning back in already. I can now store the speed brakes. I've been needing them a bit earlier, but now we're back on profile. And yeah, so what are we up for today? We first have a look at the weather. So winds 10 knots from 100, variable between 70 and 140. Good visibility, broken 2000. 21 degrees and QHH 1025, which is set already. So a bit of variable wind, but other than that should be pretty good conditions to fly in here today. I'm just noticing I forgot to set up the charts. Let us very quickly do that together. So we are arriving on the Cockpit for Alpha arrival, which is 10-2 Golf, and then we have IL as Zulu 03 right. Actually, let's also store 03 left. We might be lucky and can actually use this one, and then also for the gates 10-9 Bravo. Okay. Yeah, looking good. That is. Yeah, so that's the airfield. I think typically departure 03 left, arrival 03 right. If, however, there's no departure going on, we might also do a short-term switch over to 30 left. This saves us a bit of taxiing. Cargo is over here. Otherwise, we of course can also make the exit by Romeo Echo and then Echo onto Alpha. But yeah, let's see. Depends on traffic a bit. And for the arrival, fairly straightforward. Cockpit for Alpha, we have speed constraint to 50 over there. Speed constraint to 10 over here. After that 8,000. 8,000 is also the interception altitude for the glide slopes. So we will do a nice right-hand turn. Not descending below 8,000. And it's vectors after this waypoint, so we will just continue on the vectors and then give ourselves a bit of a vector guidance. Auto brake 3 is set, that should do nicely. I did not complete the checklists. Slightly behind schedule already. Records, check notes, auto brakes setting 3, land gator. Let's do flap 30 since speeds are anyway quite high, so that's 145 plus 5 makes it 150. Minimums I have not set yet are 5, 7, 10. Oh, and that needs a bit of scrolling, I hope. That's gonna take some time. Should have started that earlier. Or we can just cheat and go radio 200. Yeah, you know what, guys? Let's cheat radio 200. I know that's not exactly as we should do it. Barrel would be preferred, but never mind. Approach briefing, yeah. Basically completed. In case of a go-round, you can see it here. It's basically 180-degree right-hand turn, climbing to 8,000. So that's what we are going to do in that case. Okay, approach checklist should be set. Altimeters are local 1025. That's twice and that's 3 times. So that's done. Next up will be the landing checklist. Oh, flaps speed. Once again, this one I remember. Okay. Okay, flaps 1. We should be at speed to 10. Aircraft is dropping below that. It should not do that by that margin, I believe. Also quite interesting, I didn't know that the aircraft does slow down below the flap speed in that case. I thought it would stick at the flap up if we don't give it any flaps, but that's interesting to know. Very interesting, it now takes a whole time to speed up again. Let's go flap 5 in that case, then we are play it safe a bit and then we can also go manual speed. 200. Okay, let's switch those landing lights on. And yeah, I would say it's looking good. We're now on headings to 12. Pretty much just extending the downwind. Okay, and I think now we can start to go into right-hand turn. Let's go heading 300 for now. And continue to be descent down to 8,000. And as of now, I can quickly pull up AI Companion. That's for the departures. Looks like everything is still sleeping down at Johannesburg. So as long as no aircraft is taxiing out or even lining up for a departure, I think we might be good to go on 03 left. So let's see if that does not change. Oh, that doesn't work. Heading select. And I think we can also set up for 03 left. Pretty much same procedure. Minimum also radio 200. Just the go around to the left hand turn instead of a right hand turn, and we're climbing to 8,300 instead. But other than that, pretty normal ILS as well. Oh dang, and I actually just noticing AI traffic is using runway 21 instead. That's not good for us. But in that case we should for sure take 03 left. Otherwise we might be heading into some other landing aircrafts. That's kind of a bad scenario. Okay, approaching 8,000, that's quite nice. And we can continue the turn for a little bit. Heading 360, we are now 15 miles out, flap 5 already, so now we are on the early config. Can pull up the landing checklist already. And let's assume we are cleared for the ILS. Let's do the lights now, so we don't have to worry about later on. So taxi and turn off lights. Landing lights are on. Looking good. Bringing the speed down a little bit. Glide slope is coming in. Wow, I'm looking forward to manually land this aircraft today. As soon as we're cleared of the clouds. Okay, glide slope arm. Glide slope capture and go around again was 8,300. That is set, and there's the airfield inside. Beautiful. 7 miles to go. We are quite close. Gear down. Flap 15.
2,500.
Speed 170. Yeah, 150. It's gonna be the final speed. Keep the flaps coming. Maybe coming in a little bit fast, but it's okay. Yeah, there you guys can see aircrafts coming in on the other direction. It's quite bad, but I can't change it now. Some aircraft taxiing in. Yeah, but our runway looks good. Okay. Flaps full. So let's do some flying. Landing checklist, all green. My aircraft. Don't know about Etihad SOPs, but I think I'm gonna do auto thrust today. Pitching trimming down a bit as the power's coming up. We can feel that pitch moment. And it's a nice bit of a crosswind. There's 10 knots.
Approaching minimums.
It's a little bit bumpy.
Minimums.
Continue. Tiny bit low.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Floater. Ah, that was hard. Oh no. Reverse. Oh, I was focusing on the D, grabbing too much, and then I completely messed up the flare. DSL. Okay. $60 knots. Idle forward, manual braking. Okay. Yeah, certainly not the best landing. Quite far from it. Wait, that's November. Not sure if we can take that. Yeah, I think we can. Okay, let's take November. Firing up the APU. It will be quite a short taxi now. Also doing some cleanup. Yeah, the scenery down here, unfortunately, not the very best one. But I think it will be good for today. Storing the speed brakes. There we go, auto brake, landing lights, strobes. Okay, taking a right hand turn and then I think another left hand. Yeah, I think we need to park somewhere behind that FedEx. The gates up here are only small gates, as far as I can tell. So we need to go behind the FedEx. Okay, so change of plans. Actually, we are now heading for Delta 4, which is to the left of the FedEx. So we take a left-hand turn right here. There are actually a few large spots down on this side of the apron. Do we have an after landing checklist? No, just shutdown. Okay. Right. Turn off in taxi lights. APU should be running by now. Let's right here. Wait, where's the marshaller? I don't know, could be this one or that one, I have no idea. There's the pushback, so I guess it's the center one right here. Okay, I guess we need to look outside, otherwise there's no way of knowing where to stop. I guess we need to take whatever. Let's take the second to last right there. Okay, parking brake. Sorry, parking brake. There it is. APU should be running. Let's kill engines. 2 and 1. This is coming to standby. We have seat belts, beacons, fuel pumps, hydraulics, like that. Window heat, and all right. I think that should be it. Parking brake is set. Weather. Sorry, forgot that one. Okay, should actually be completed now. Okay, here we are. Alright, so here we are, folks. Welcome again to Johannesburg. Yeah, now we can really appreciate this beautiful paint job here on the Etihad Cargo, which is the new livery, but I'm sure you guys know that already. Yeah, that was good. 777 flying. Always nice to operate the 777 and P3D. I think it's the best long-haul aircraft we have in P3D at the moment. So that's always quite nice. And yeah, also nice coming down to Africa. I hardly ever do routes down here, since of course flying mostly focused on the US and Europe. But yeah, for every once in a while it's nice to actually fly down to South Africa. Pretty cool. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the 777 freighter flight as well. Let me know if you have any comments to that. Maybe some flying advice, or also some route ideas, anything that seems to be interesting to the community is highly appreciated. And yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Take care, and see you next time. Bye bye.